Hi everybody. Today I want to share a story about how I found religion. It didn't come from some kind of big dramatic moment. It started with something really small when I was a kid, and it ended up changing not just me, but also my family. Growing up, my family didn't talk much about religion. We weren't against it, but it wasn't something we focused on either. Sundays were just regular days. We'd do chores, hang out, maybe visit family, but church wasn't part of the routine. So as a kid, I didn't really think much about faith at all. That all changed one day in elementary school. I had two best friends, and we did everything together. We hung out after school, played jump rope, went to the park. They were the people I felt closest to. One day, at lunch, they told me they were going to something called Chapel on Wheels. I had no idea what that was, but I didn't want to be left out, so I said I'd go too. I still remember about how I felt walking in. At first, I was a little nervous, like what if I didn't fit in? But then I sat down, and the atmosphere felt so warm and welcoming. People were smiling, there was music, there were stories. Instead of feeling awkward or out of place, I actually felt excited. It was something different from anything I'd ever done before, and I didn't want it to end. When I got home, I couldn't stop talking about it. I told my mom everything, and I asked if I could go again. I remember feeling a little scared to ask, because church wasn't something we did. But she listened, smiled, and signed the permission slip. That small moment felt huge to me. It was like I had permission to keep exploring something new. As I kept going, I started to look forward to it every week. I'd come home with stories, songs stuck in my head. And this new kind of excitement, my mom noticed. And slowly, it started to affect her too. Eventually, our whole family started going back to church together. That was something I never expected. That me tagging along with my friends would end up bringing my family into faith as well. Looking back, I realized how powerful that little decision was. If I had said no to that day, or decided just to stay outside at lunch, I might not have found this part of me. It showed me that sometimes faith doesn't come in loud or a dramatic way. It comes in quietly, through curiosity, friendship, and saying yes when you don't know what to expect. Finding religion as a kid taught me a few things. First, it taught me to stay open. If I had closed myself off, I would have missed out on something that has shaped me to this day. Second, it showed me how faith spreads. My excitement ended up pulling my family back into church, and that experience is something we still share. And third, taught me that God doesn't always speak in big, obvious ways. Sometimes it's something simple, like a lunch break with friends, that can change everything. Now when I think about my faith, I always go back to where it started. With two best friends, a mobile chapel, and a permission slip. That moment gave me a sense of connection and direction I didn't even know I was missing. And it continues to guide me today. So when people ask me how I found religion, I don't tell them some big, dramatic story. I just tell them the truth. It started with curiosity and friendship. And that simple beginning turned out to be one of the most important parts of my life. Thank you.